What's going on, guys?
Woo.
Here, Mr. O, the champ. We just crushed some arms. I learned a lot today. I'm not gonna lie.
It's been an early morning workout. We got a good one. I don't usually like working out that early.
No, 7 a.m. Did you eat before?
I had some oatmeal and egg whites.
Oatmeal and egg whites, keeping it clean. 7 weeks out from the Olympia right now.
I'm hungry.
The war for 4.
I'm hungry.
So, the fans always want to know, obviously, what goes into the mind of being the best and the best. And what I want to know is, this is your
fifth Olympia.
Your 5th Olympia, your 4th time going for the title again, reclaiming what's yours. And what are you doing different going into this show?
Yeah, everybody's been asking me like how I made my improvements, why am I bigger, why do I seem happier, all these things. Like my whole life, as a whole has improved just from every aspect. Mentally, I'm in a very good spot. Financially, I'm in a good spot, and it's just my outside stressors are to a minimum right now, and it's allowing me to focus a lot more on my prep. And when my mind's 100% focused on something, there's very little that's gonna prevent me from accomplishing my goals. So just very focused and dedicated right now. I have 48 days now until I get on stage, and I'm gonna be going against 40 of the top competitors from all over the world.
Yes.
And they're all coming for me. And like I was talking about yesterday at the convention center, I'm going there to compete for the title. Everybody else is going there to compete against me.
Yeah.
So I got 40 of the best guys from all over the world coming to take what's mine. So in 7 weeks, I'm ready to take on 40 guys. So bring it, man.
Bring it on.
Bring it.
And you know what? An absolute testament to the champ and his training today. It's obvious with your work ethic in the gym. That's not Photoshop. You can't Photoshop a video. Jeez. How focused you are, how driven you are, that you definitely have a different element and approach to training. And I was able to not only witness that today, but I was able to experience that for myself. Oh my God. These guys, I want you to see this right now. We're not playing no games here. That's a full stack, son. That's a full stack. As you guys can see, the camera's shaking right now because my arms are totally dusted. But like you were saying, you're in a completely different and better spot in your life going in right now. You recently got engaged.
Yeah.
So congratulations to that. How does that change things? Your soon-to-be wife, is she supportive, or?
Narmeen and I have been together for a long time, you guys. Like I met her, I found her in a magazine when I was an amateur. I hit her up on MySpace. MySpace.
They won't even know what the hell we're talking about right now.
I hit her up on MySpace. This is when I was like 20 years old. Like Narmeen blew me off the first couple years, and then we actually started dating like 3 years ago. But she's like the female version of me. She's a hard worker. She's committed to the sport, committed to accomplishing her goals, and we push each other. And when you have somebody like that at your side that's supporting you and understanding what you're doing, it makes things a lot easier, and we enjoy doing it together. She's somebody that I can be around. I'm not the easiest person to be with, and I get tired of people really easily. I get frustrated with people really easily, and for her, like she's just that person that I can be around all the time.
Just ride or die.
Yeah, and it makes my life easier, and she puts me at ease, and she reduces my anxiety levels. She's my counterpart. So I definitely do a lot better when I have her helping me out, and she's on the stair climber next to me every single morning. And it's just a whole new motivation, and we push each other.
That's beautiful, and that's one of the things too that for myself personally, I find that it's very difficult to maintain a relationship in this industry. But she's also an Olympian,
8-time
Olympian as well, so she knows and understands the hustle, and I think it's a beautiful thing that you guys found each other, because
her work ethic rubbed off on me, man. Like I am a terrible dieter, like honestly. Like I hate dieting, and this has been my best year, and it's because all year long I was in my off season. I watched Narmeen work her ass off to get her qualification again, and that girl's dedication is second to none. Like I didn't see that girl eat a cheat meal for 6 months. It's contagious when you see somebody work that hard. It's like I'm around it all the time. Beforehand, like I used to cheat meals like once a week and whatnot, but this time around it's a different mindset, and I don't need that mental break. I don't need to taste that food. Like nothing's gonna be sweeter than getting that 4th win and just establishing myself again and just leaving my mark. You know, it's still after 3 titles. I still got people talking, saying I'm not going to win this. Don't count me out, man. Like it's 3 years in a row, and I've proven, every year somebody's kind of counting me out, saying somebody's got to come in. No, I'm just
keep bringing something.
It's not happening.
You keep bringing something different, and that's one of the things I want to talk to you about real quick, because I know we're just rolling up to the hotel, but you know, you have the target on your back, and you're setting the standard year after year. And one of the things about this guy, as I said, guys, is he is leading the way right now. He's leading by example. He's bringing something different every single year. You see a lot of guys, they hit their peak and they start to come down, or they just bring the same package year after year. Your waist looks really tight this year. Your back has definitely grown. Your chest is it's like a shelf right now. It's fully rounded. It's really nice to see that you're bringing, you know, a new element to the stage, and you're the one that's essentially creating the new standard for the sport right now.
You know, this comes back from bodybuilding background, and also being trained by Hani and being influenced by Phil and all the other guys. Is, you know, a lot of these physique competitors, you know, they're relatively new to bodybuilding. You know, they've been working out for a few years, they got some good physiques on them, and they hop on stage. But, you know, I've been bodybuilding since I was like 15 years old. I've been doing this for a long time, and, you know, the improvements aren't made during your contest prep. They're made in your off season. So if you're not holding yourself accountable in your off season, staying in shape, eating good, doing your cardio, you know, and training your ass off, you know, that's where you're gonna make your improvements. You're not gonna change when you start dieting. You're not gonna, there's no way you're gonna grow on a calorie deficit. No. So you got to make sure you have a productive off season, and that's why I don't do the Arnold. I don't need to. Why? You know, there's no point in doing it for me when that's my time to improve, and all the other guys are going to try and get their Arnold title and try to, you know, win all these shows and pick up their $1,500 checks and whatever. But, you know, that's my time to make improvements, and when I dial down for Olympia, that's when you guys are going to see the difference between taking a productive off season and not. And this year I've been focused, very, very focused. And, you know, you guys are gonna see in 7 weeks the differences in the changes that I've made. And for somebody that takes their off season seriously, opposed to guys who are out drinking 7 weeks out from Olympia. So, you know, I'm locked in, I'm focused, and, you know, I take this shit very seriously. And I like I said, I do everything I do with pride. And what's pride to me is pride doing all the right things even when nobody else is looking.
Amen to that. Okay, so we're rolling up to the hotel. One more question, or one more thing. Now, you obviously have a lot of love and a lot of support from people, but even myself, I'm obviously not at, you know, I'm not the Olympia champ back to back, but I get a lot of hate too. And for me, you know, sometimes what I gotta do, sorry, this right there. What I gotta do is I gotta block a lot of the hate out, and sometimes I use it for motivation. But, you know, what are some of the most difficult things that you have found, whether or not it's from the haters or the people that don't believe, or you know, people that maybe are just insecure about themselves and they're projecting that insecurity onto you? How do you feel about all that stuff?
I grew up with that shit all my life, so that was kind of explained. That a kid asked me the same question on the stair climber a minute ago, and you know, growing up, I dealt with a lot of, I wouldn't know if to call them bullies, because I didn't think they get beat up or anything, but, you know, I dealt with a lot of people that would always, you know, start talking shit, you know, and I always kind of went against the grain. Like I just did what I wanted to do. I don't care if other people thought it was cool or not. I didn't go with the crowd, and if I didn't like it or I didn't think something, I didn't, you know, I would say something, and, you know, I never went with the flow. So dealing with people going against me is something I've kind of used as fuel all my life, and I don't. As long as you're successful, they have nothing to say. They can't say anything, so let them say whatever they want to say. But at the end of the day, if you're on top, you're on top, and that's just the way.
It speaks for itself, right?
You know, and I don't gotta say anything anymore. You know, beforehand I felt like I had to try and defend myself, but 3 years in a row, people have been trying to tear me down, and at the end of the year, you know, I'm still on top, and it's not gonna change regardless of what anybody else will say about me. So, you know, you start letting other people's, you know, opinions of you affect you, you're gonna let everything go. You know, one of my favorite quotes that I've kind of been going off of lately is, nobody else's expectations of you should be greater than what you expect of yourself. So, you know, you should always hold yourself to the highest standards and never let anybody else tell you what you can and can't do, because at the end of the day, you're in control of your life and you're in control of what your capabilities are.
Amen.
And, you know, it's just a matter of how hard you're willing to work. And you know, we're all men here. We're all blessed, 2 eyes, 2 ears. We all got a mind. We all got a heart. You know, it's whoever's willing to apply those things the most are gonna be the ones that are gonna be successful, and who's gonna be willing to work. You know, and that's the differentiation. The success is a product of the work you put in. And you know, for me, I got a lot of goals, I have a lot of ambitions, and when I see something I want it, and that's my mentality is resilience. And you gotta, if you want something, you just gotta do it. You gotta go, and you gotta go, and you gotta go, and you can't take no for answers. And that's just been my motto, man. If I want something, I go get it. Simple as that. Get my way, I'm gonna run your ass over until don't get my way. Don't get my way. Because, you know, when you set your mind on something, you cannot let anything pull you away from it.
Yeah, and that's one of my quotes that I always say is, you know, even if you have a million people telling you that you can't, you just have to listen to the one voice within that knows that you can and know that you will. And that's one of the things that drives me forward. So that's, you know, that's one of the philosophies that I really believe in.
Yeah.
And I think we're gonna cut the video right there because the champ has a huge day ahead of him. We're here in San Jose at the Fitness Expo. It's the final day. But I just want to say thank you to you.
It's always good seeing you, bro.
Okay? He's a humble champion here, guys. He is our champion. And every single time I see you, you know, I have nothing but positive energy that I get from you every single time. You always take your time with the fans. That's something that I see in the industry. A lot of people, you know, they get their head blown up, but he's truly leading by example, guys. If you're not following him, follow him. His training ethic is absolutely unmatched, and he's a very kind-hearted individual as well. And I'm just really grateful to be in your presence, man. God bless.
Many years ahead of us, bro. So we're the young guns in the industry. We're the ones that are gonna keep coming up, and we're the future. So let's keep doing it.
There it is. Take care, guys.